Greetings, earthbound travelers, you bunch of sexy bitches. It's Saturday night. That means it's time for Will of the Dice presents Sins of Blood. I'm Tyr the DM, the world's okayest DM, he, him, and I will be your guide this evening through this cacophony of clusterfuckery that I have handcrafted. Before we get started, we do have a couple of announcements to make. First and foremost, we are for mature audiences. Viewer discretion is advised. Secondly, we are in no way, shape, form associated or affiliated with any TTRPG creators, publishers, or manufacturers. And finally, we do not encourage the use of nicotine products such as smoke, cigarettes, cigars, or vapes. Just because we do it doesn't mean you should. We want you to have happy, healthy, long-lasting lives. Take it away, Locke.
Hi, gamers. I'm Locke Clark, and I'm taking a moment to talk to you about our musicians who provide music for tonight's show. They heighten our experience and your experience and make the whole thing better. Tonight, those musicians are Kevin MacLeod, Michael Gelfie, Jeff Farber, Dwergar, Epidemic Sound, and our very own Patrick Taylor. Thanks, Peculiar Patrick.
All right, gamers, you know what time it is. Go out, find that browser of your choice. Type in www. Type in patreon.com. Select Will of the Dice and hit that subscribe button. By subscribing, you get access to After the Rolls, where we all cry and shed our tears over what Tyr has just done to us. You get access to the interviews with the cast outside of the gaming world. Find out what Ren does in her free time. You also get access to episodes before they hit YouTube and the podcast, the Podbean. So yes, please, seriously, gamers, get out, subscribe to help support this channel. It really does help support us. It helps bring us some modicum of support to keep us going because we really need help. Please get out there and support us. Tyr.
And in supporting us, we have partnered with the beautiful people over at Red Panda Dice and Delights. The next 20 subscribers, yes, next 20, get a 55 millimeter table shaker D20. These things are chonk. They thick with 3 C's. For those that are watching on video, you can see Locke is comparing a normal D20 to the beefy Red Panda Dice and Delights. And they got a cool red panda on the 20. So go over to Patreon, subscribe, help us out, help make more content.
Mm-hmm.
Also, make sure you tell folks about us. Help spread the word. If you like us, tell other folks. Get people to listen. That helps us. All right, let's get into introductions before the fuckery begins.
Greetings, gamers. I'm Raph the Mad, and I'll be the voice of Sarek the Blade, your 6'9" bronze scale dragonborn who's currently lost in the land of the fairy and not sure what the hell's going on next. So yes, please tune in. He's a he, him. I'm a he, him, and I can be found at BLK Dragon 13,000 at dice.camp on Mastodon.
Hey everybody, I'm Ren Matley. Tonight I'm going to be voicing Nan and her counterpart Asmina. I'm a she, her. They are she, they. And Nan appears to be a 5 foot tall elf with plain brown hair and eyes. She tends to be a bit cowardly. Her counterpart Asmina is actually a fire spirit that's been bonded with her and wants to get into everything. You can find me over on Twitter at Ren_Matley.
Hi, gamers. I'm still Locke Clark. And tonight, I, a he, him, will be playing Lazarian, or Laz, they, them. Laz is a 5'5", very pale-skinned, almost unnaturally pale-skinned, half-elf in appearance. They are reborn. They have scars covering most of their body that are some sort of script. Their eyes are mismatched, and they have no memories of what happened to them or who they were really before they woke up at Keep Gregorian, before all this bullshit started. And now they are somehow bounded to a ship. And you can find me on all the social medias at Locke Unruly. That's Locke with an H.
Hi everyone, it's me, Patrick, the voice of Draft Vitakin, part of the Angramora Exchange Program. Draft is a 5'6" Umberkin that He looks kind of like an elf, and he's very pale skinned. His ears are probably a lot thinner and pointier. But he was trained in the art of assassination, and now, after some patronage changing, he has decided he's going to try and stop the rise of Vashka with the help of his new compatriots, and he's going to leave his name in the book of history forever. And you can find me, a he, they, on Twitter at Peculiar Patrick, and Dreft is a he, him.
Hi, Ez. This is Ames. I'm the voice of Rika. She's a 5 foot tall, looks like an elf, but we've actually found out she is a Lunacast fairy. She is got lavender pearl skin, indigo blue hair with 2 green streaks, 1 at each temple, and matching green eyes. She just wants to be done. Can like all these, we got rid of that bitch, but then there keeps popping up more that bitches. So yeah, and you can find me over on Twitter at LollyG50.
As I said at the beginning, I'm Tier the DM, and you can find me on Twitter at Tier_the_DM. As always, our safe word for tonight is porcelain. And are there any last requests before we begin?
Not the face.
Always the face. When last we left our party, they had done battle with would-be assassins of the drow kind, had snuck into the palace here in the Silver Spires, but they were victorious. Or were they? Rika and Laz retiring to Rika's quarters for some tea. They too encountered more would-be assassins. And the head of House Talinor, the head house of the Drow Society in the City of Bones. A lucky or unlucky shot from a Drow wrist crossbow sent the Lady Talinor to her death. The party once more victorious. Then they found themselves in the library, the sages there confirming that with this prophecy, they were 3 parties afoul. The Drow seeking to raise Cassandra, their goddess. Lucius and his ilk looking to raise Vashka. And the Shadowed Sisters looking to raise Gangriella. There was discussion and talk of getting a sending stone to the other party when one Razahazar showed up offering to deliver the stone. This is where our story continues. And this, my friends, is where you discover you have been forsaken to the will of the dice. There in the soft glow of lantern and torch in the library of the Silver Spires, the sages, the Queen Regent, and the stranger, Razahazar, who has just offered to deliver a message or an item to the other stones, as to do so is to also to benefit themselves. What would you like to do?
I guess we need to find a sending stone. So Laz will turn to the Queen and the sages. How would we go about finding a sending stone here? Is there a merchant or something? Do you have any sending stones in the castle, perhaps? We'll gladly pay for it. We need one and quickly.
The Queen will blush slightly, the tinge of purple on their beautiful flesh changing tone. I had a pair created to gift to Kleina. We could use those in this moment.
Excellent. I understand it is a sacrifice for you, but as you both have figured out how to communicate with each other mentally, it seems they would be convenient, but perhaps superfluous.
He
And they
will
would benefit us greatly.
produce a small velvet green pouch with a beautiful golden bow securing it from one of her pouches and hand it to you, Laz.
Oh, thank you. Laz will open the pouch, take out the 2 stones, and present one of them to, I guess, to the what to the queen would appear to be open air, but is handing it to Raza Hazar.
Raza Hazar will take the stone, give a small wave, and shatter into 1,000 pieces.
Oh, my, that was abrupt.
Rather overdramatic, I guess.
The queen looks very confused, but does not question at this time.
So that's one thing dealt with. We still have to answer the question: what are we going?
Yes, it is a difficult question as we do not know. We have leads on where some of the stones might be, but we don't know what the other. It's so confusing, the language. What the other living stones have already done.
True.
We could just be treading on ground that has already been combed through.
True. We are out here in the Void. The Nightmare Realm, while not preferred, might be the better option at this point since we're closer.
Perhaps the library has better leads on what might have happened to all of the stones and could point us in directions also, so that we could tell the other living stones where their efforts might best be directed.
Should we find out if the sages had any other information for us?
Yes.
One of the sages will step forward to speak, stumble on the robes, and fall into you, Drift.
Immediately, Drift will catch him, but at the same time be cautious of what he's catching.
Give me a perception check.
$11.
I need everyone but Drift to earmuff. Drift, as you catch this individual, they shove their arms in a way that you catch them by the forearms. In Thieves' Cant, using sign languages and a quick whisper, they say 2 words to you, Drift. Queen, bad.
Okay.
Can I bring the others back?
Yeet.
The sage stands up. Thank you for catching me, sir. Straightens his robes. We have much to study yet. We have fewer answers than what we're able to give, but we will spend the night poring through the tomes if you wish to rejoin us in the morning.
Yeah, that sounds good to me, yeah.
The queen will step forward. Perhaps you should spend some of the evening in the hot pools. Relax. You have suffered battles and many challenges coming here.
Sorry.
A bath wouldn't be a bad.
So just spend the day in our rooms and then visit the hot pools this evening.
Child, it's already evening.
I'm sorry, I'm confused because I thought we had gotten up in the morning, had breakfast, and then come to see the sages.
You had.
Wait, but
But
how is it evening already?
We've been here all day, child.
No, it's
N-
surely only been a few minutes.
We just got here.
Zarek's gonna stick his head out the door to verify that yes, it is evening or not.
It is evening.
Huh.
Does time pass differently here than on the mortal plane?
Yes, at times.
I see. Interesting.
Only at times, so not all the time.
Not all the time, no.
That seems strange.
And are you just so adjusted to it you don't really notice when it happens?
Must be.
Can I get an insight check here?
Yes. Make an insight check.
Where's my answer? 15.
It's hard to read. It's they may be lying, but it may not be intentionally,
Interesting.
or it may
Um,
be intentionally.
I turn to look outside, but as I'm looking outside over the Wispinator, I say, Trev, did you check your pockets after the sage bumped into you? Something's off.
All of my pockets are fine. Thank you for asking, sir.
I'd like to use 2 of my sorcerer points to do a subtle spell and cast Detect Thoughts.
Okay.
It is a 16 wisdom save.
And I rolled a natural 16 with the +2 to wisdom, makes it 18.
Well. Okay, hold on a minute.
I believe, if I'm remembering that spell correctly, because I have it on Atreus, you get the surface thoughts no matter what. It's
Yeah.
only pushing deeper that they have to make a saving throw.
Yeah, okay. It's for the duration. You can read the thoughts of certain creatures when you cast a spell, and as your action on each turn, you can focus your mind on any one creature that you can see within 30 feet. If the creature you choose has an intelligence of 3 or lower, or doesn't speak any language, it's ineffective. And yeah, it's surface thoughts. What's on its mind at the moment.
The current thought is the pools is where we need to be. And I need to check on that one.
You know,
Brika. Go ahead, sorry.
I think you're right, Sarek. A bass would be sounds pretty good for me.
But we have baths in the rooms.
Have you never sat in a hot spring?
No? Neither have I.
Oh.
Since I woke up most of my time was spent in an icy, abandoned keep. There were no hot springs at Greg Agrarian.
Yes,
No,
a nice hot springs bath would be relaxing. It helps ease away the wounds and the bruises of the day.
I don't have any bathing clothes for that sort of thing.
Oh, I'm sure we can find some.
Well, I could just stay here.
We should all
Should
stay
not split.
together after what happened last night.
Yes,
This
I-
morning, whenever that was.
Well, I'll just sit outside the pool and stay near then.
you're lost.
This spell is a concentration. It lasts for a minute. As part of that surface, it says also questions verbally directed at target creature naturally shape the course of its thoughts. Brika is going to basically kind of like step closer to the queen, and she's just speaking softly to her. Anybody else can hear if they want. She's not like purposely trying to not be heard, but she's trying to make it an overture of affection. She's going to come over and take her mother's arm, and she's going to say, "Mother, why are you concerned about us going to the pools?"
Confusion, the thoughts and the facial expression. Because the thoughts had said the pools is where you need to be.
Yeah.
There was no concern. So in her mind, she's very confused and tells you, no, child, the springs is where you need to be. It will do you good.
What do they do?
They have restorative powers. They can benefit the mind, the body, and the soul.
It's not going to, it doesn't function like the Fey chain. It's not going to somehow keep us here.
No, not at all. And in her thoughts, she's saying, she's confirming that no, the hot pools do not chain you to the Silver Spires, but she is getting suspicious of the questioning.
Brika's going to pat her arm and say, and just tell her, I'm sorry. You just have to understand. We're a little bit wary. We've had a lot of people trick us and hide things from us.
You will see a momentary flash, a mental picture, you will, of Llewellyn Rose.
It just of her, nothing different about her.
Nope.
Is there any confusion on Brika's face?
Yeah, she's gonna look slightly confused. You'd see her eyebrow raise a little bit, and like it's gonna be quick.
How does she feel as Sarek would share the feelings with her?
Mm-hmm.
It's a flash of confusion with like it's basically that flash of confusion, and also probably a bit of she's intrigued because like what in the hell's going on. But yeah, so she looks a little confused. You guys would notice her eyebrow arches a little bit, but it's like it happens quickly. You all, like Dreft or one of them that's used to watching her facial expressions at times would probably catch it if you were watching her face, but nobody else really would have, because it's...
Give me a deception check to see if she can, in fact, hide what she's feeling.
Okay. That is a 16.
Okay, thank you.
Um, mm,
As my master said, learn avidly, question it repeatedly, analyze it carefully, then put what you learn into practice. At this point, I've learned that there's hot springs waiting for us. My body could use a rest. I suggest we head that way at the very least, because the sages weren't going to have any answers in the morning.
And morning could be technically right around the corner.
Yeah, as fast as
True.
time is moving. It could be 10 minutes from now.
Let us go partake in this hot spring. And Laz will turn and look at Nan. Perhaps it would do Esmina good, as hot springs are fed by natural thermal vents.
Esmina's just fine, thank you. I told you I don't have any bathing clothes. She's gonna like cross her arm, and Jeff can feel that she feels very uneasy and awkward. I don't have any bathing clothes, and I'm not getting in the pool.
As you like. So, is there someone who can show us where these hot springs are?
The queen will step forward. Yes, I will summon a page. She will close her eyes for a moment. You can sense the fey magic being cast out from the queen as it summons a page, a young individual with short hair and sparkling eyes. Show them to the pools, Your Highness. They will bow. Follow me, and they will begin walking.
Drift is going to walk with Brika, taking her arm, so he can walk closer to her to talk to her, without being in earshot of everyone else.
Yep.
Okay.
Sarek will bring up the rear behind them in the guardian spot.
In a hushed whisper, he's going to ask in the new language that he's taught you, Infernal. Are you sure that's your mom?
I'm not certain. Her thoughts were odd. That last one wasn't a thought. It was an image of herself. They want us to go to the pool, but then they needed to check on that one. I don't know who that one is. I couldn't ask a question about it because that would be a little too obvious that I could, detect what she was thinking.
I think we need to discuss leaving very soon. I think there's something up, and the longer we stay here, the more dangers that we could be in.
Oh no, I agree. If we can figure out what's imposter mom now would be great, but we may have to leave before that.
Yeah, let's get to the pools. I don't think I will be taking a dip in them today.
I probably won't either.
Nan would definitely feel that Drift is on edge. Without saying it, his body looks patient, he looks calm, but he is on edge.
Which is just going to make her more on edge. He could already feel she was uneasy about going to the pools with everybody, but now he can feel that she's actually getting quite nervous in response to how he's feeling.
Sarek is resigned, calm, and a little bit excited about the pools. Because a hot bath sounds wonderful.
Yeah,
But for the most part, it's resigned to what's coming next.
Yeah, Sarek would still just feel that slight bit of confusion, but it's kind of like that. It's right on the line of confusion and like being intrigued. So you can feel that she's puzzled. And he would have heard. He may have heard some of it, but because they were talking softly, but they're walking in a hallway, so it's. And if you're in the guard position, but either way, you would pick up on that being puzzled.
And
And
that's
just-
if he speaks Infernal, because we were speaking
That's
Infernal.
true.
I do not. I do not speak Infernal. But yeah, he'd still pick up, but he'd still be calm and not show any sign that he understands or feels anything.
Y'all are led through the exit to the library, through the gardens. You will head south through a beautiful field of meadows with yellow, green, and purple flowers. The sound of running water will greet your ears before you see a large stone wall, water flowing, a beautiful cascading waterfall. Not a mighty waterfall, just a beautiful, relaxing waterfall. You will see 4 large pools with steam rising slowly. The scent of lavender and jasmine in the air.
Sarek will walk right up to the first pool, seeing it steaming and hot, drop his backpack, and just wade in. Armor,
and all.
weapons, and all. It's been rained on before.
Laz will take a moment and strip out of armor and clothes, and then carefully, after putting them in a neat pile, lay their scimitar on top of the pile so that it is handle facing in towards the water, and then climb into the pools.
The same one was Sarek or a different one?
Same one.
And Sarek will just find a spot where you can just kind of sit up to his neck and just soak.
I'm sorry.
What is Jeff doing?
When Tears said the same one with Sarek or a different one, my mind immediately went to early 90s anime and Ranma One Half, and you climb in the pool, and when you get splashed with the wrong temperature of water, you turn into an animal, and now we're both turning into a duck or something. I'm sorry.
Drift is going to find a spot nearby, and since he's got everything with him, he's going to take out one of his books that he's been journaling in and start journaling, and keep an eye on everyone else.
What is Brika doing?
Brika will walk up to the edge of the pool. She'll look at it for a second. She's not going to get in, but she'll sit down at the edge, and she is just going to take her shoes off, and she'll dangle her feet in.
Okay. And Nan?
Nan will stay nearish the edge, so she's close to the others, but she's very uneasy and does not want to get in the pool.
Cannonball!
The water is hot. It is soothing, relaxing to those sore, stiff muscles. It energizes. Those 2 of you in the water get 6 temporary hit points.
Nice.
Brika gets 3 temporary hit points since her feet are in the water.
Woo!
Yay. My elbows. Enjoying this.
Draft. You sense something. There's eyes on you. And as at that turn, a bolt comes from the shadows, striking into you. It does. 9 points of piercing damage, and I need a Constitution saving throw.
I need to do D4 damage for myself, right, dear?
Yep.
That's a 9.
You are fortunate. Had you failed by one more, you would have been knocked unconscious. You are now poisoned, which means you have disadvantage on attack rolls and ability checks. Emerging from the shadows, as if being birthed from the darkness, are four cloaked figures with black hoods. I need everyone to please roll initiative and join me in Albert Rodeo. All right, Laz.
8.
Draft.
21.
Nan.
8.
Sarek.
9.
Brika.
4.
How's Sarek ahead of everyone else?
Well, almost everyone else.
Because Brika has a +1 on initiative. That's how.
Same.
Because the game wants me to go first, but it doesn't want me to succeed at things.
All righty. Draft, you're up first.
All right. Using his wrist crossbow, he will stand, bonus action take aim, so he won't move. He'll extend his arm out and shoot number 4 with a petrification dart.
All right.
$15.
15 will not hit. A flash of steel, a dagger knocking the bolt out of the air.
That'll be Dreff's turn.
All right. Approaching with the short swords, number 4 will... Hold on. Let me remeasure. They may not have enough movement. Yeah, they do. Okay. Number 4 will charge you, Draft, with their short sword, gleaming in the silver light from the moons above. The first attack is a 17.
That'll hit.
That is 8 points of slashing damage. The next attack is a 21, so that'll hit 7 points of slashing damage. Number 3 will move, interestingly, to the side. Number 1 will move to the left-hand side of the pools, as if they're trying to put you in a pincer movement. Number 2 will fire their hand crossbow at Sarek. That is a 19, Sarek.
That will hit.
That is 9 points of piercing damage, and I need a Constitution saving throw.
Uh, 15.
All right, you are fine. That will bring up Sarek the Blade with Laz on deck.
All right, let's see. with a sigh that of inevitability, because he suspected something like this was going to happen. He lifts us up out of the pool and steps into number 1.
Okay.
And with Indomitables, with a fighting spirit, he will take 2 swings at number 1 with Airbane's patience.
All righty.
Does a 30 hit?
Yes. Yes, it does.
For 13 points of slashing. Second one. Okay, we'll go 31 then. For 9 plus 7, 16 points of slashing.
The great weapon slashing through as you come through, knocking their short sword aside. 2 X cuts on the chest. Is that your turn?
Yes, that was my turn.
All right, that will bring up Lazarian.
Cool. So first and foremost, bonus action. I'm gonna choose. It doesn't really. Yeah, you know what? I'm not gonna do that. Scratch that. Any other bonus actions? Sure. Fuck it. Yeah. Bonus action. I'm gonna Hexblade's Curse number 2.
All right, I'll put a purple ring around number 2 to mark that they have the Hexblade's Curse.
And then I am going to, I don't know if you can see it or not. I put a little red dot on the map just behind number 3.
Yes.
That is the spot I am centering it on. I am casting Sickening Radiance. That is a
What's the range on that?
120-foot range.
Yep, that'll reach.
With a and it creates a 30-foot sphere of sickening dim greenish light centered on a point that I choose. The light spreads around corners and lasts until the spell ends. When a creature moves into the spell's area for the first time or starts its turn there, the creature must succeed a Constitution saving throw or take damage. No one can be invisible inside of the sphere of light. And bad things happen if they fail their save.
All right, so Sickening Radiance.
And that should get 3, 4, and 3, 4, and 2 should all be within that circle.
Yep. All right, is that your turn?
That is, in fact, my turn.
All right, Nan.
Nan is going to take a step toward Dreft so that as Mina, as she steps forward, her eyes go white, and as Mina places a hand on Dreft, casting Protection from Poison. You touch a creature. If it is poisoned, you neutralize the poison. If more than one poison affects the target, you neutralize one that you know is present, or you neutralize one at random. For the duration, the target has advantage on saving throws against being poisoned, and it has resistance to poison damage.
I'm going to allow it because I believe Nan would feel the poisoning through their bond.
Which was where I was going with that. I'm sorry.
Yeah, next time voice that.
I'm so sorry. I should have. No, because I was thinking she would be able to feel that he was being affected by something. But yeah, you're right. I should have verbalized that, and I do apologize.
All right. Is that your turn?
That is my turn. So for the next hour, Dreft, you have advantage on saving throws against being poisoned and resistance to poison damage. And it ends the effect of the current poison.
It's just one poison, right? That's affecting me.
Yes.
Okay.
All
And
right,
that is-
Brika.
Okay. We're gonna summon an aberration. Yes. Why not? I'm gonna go for the Slod. I'm gonna say it kind of looks like a, evil clawed frog crab thing.
What
It'll-
level is this?
Level 4.
Level 4 spell?
Mm-hmm.
It is counterspelled.
Sun's a beach.
Bastard. Well, then that's it for me.
Hey, there's my one bastard. I said this is a one you bastard episode.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Draft, you're up.
Draft, pulling his blade of Raven, is going to take a strike at number 4, taking steady aim as bonus action. So standing still and taking a swipe.
All right.
$28.
28 will definitely hit, sir. Now, what does steady aim do? Does that allow you to attack with advantage?
Yes.
Go ahead and roll the second one. That way we see if you crit or not.
Oh, I did.
Okay.
Yeah. It does 19 magical slashing damage, and then let me do the sneak attack. That's 20 sneak attack. Yeah, I'm up to 5d6 with it. It's pretty nasty. And that'll be my turn.
Draft, as you come in with the dagger of the Raven, you are the son of the blade. It's a bingo. You come in, the first slice comes across, exposing bone at their clavicle. The second one coming through, cutting across their face. Their hood falls open. You're staring at a drow.
He
A
just
drow who will
explodes.
swing back. Their short sword. That's a 12. I don't believe that will hit. That is a 19.
19 will hit.
That is 7 points of slashing damage, and I need another con save, but you get advantage because of protection from poison.
14.
You are fine. Second attack. Well, no, they already did their second attack. Okay. Now I need to, before we do that, I need to resolve some stuff. What do I need to resolve, Walk?
I need 3 Constitution saving throws, DC 17.
That is 3 failures.
Okay, let's do this. I'm just gonna use the dice bot to roll because I don't know. It's like on you and on you, and choose D10. Misplaced a D10. My D10s. So that is 9. Oh my god. 9 times 3 is 27. Plus 4 is 31 points of radiant damage. And each of the 3 of them suffers 1 level of exhaustion and now emits a dim greenish light in a 5-foot radius around themselves, preventing them from becoming invisible.
Nice. Okay, I will resolve the rest of their attacks. Number 2, wait, that's the wrong thing. Number 2 slides down behind you, Sarek. Number 2 takes the first attack. That is a 22.
That will hit.
Roll. Make sure you're rolling a 1d4 on these, Rika, to take the damage. That is 10 points of slashing, and I need a Constitution saving throw.
All right. Um, 14.
You're fine. Second attack. 16.
That will miss.
All right. Number 1 will now take their attacks on you, Sarek. 10.
Miss.
That will hit. That's a 22. So that's 1d4 points of damage, Brika, and 7 points of damage from Sarek, and I need a Constitution saving throw.
1d4 or 1d6?
1d4.
Okay. I thought you said 6 for a second.
Blackjack.
Okay. Number 2 brings up their hand crossbow and fires at Dreft. That is 18 to hit.
That'll hit.
Wait, number 2? Did number 2 just attack Sarek?
Yeah, I got hit by 2.
Not number 2, number 3. I'm sorry. The one closest to the center of the sickening radiance.
Right on.
Okay. That is 5 points of piercing damage, and I need a Constitution saving throw. You get it with advantage because it is poison. Dan, make sure you do the 1d4.
That is an 8.
You are instantly unconscious. Not death saving throw unconscious, just knocked out unconscious.
And you did that with the advantage and resistance, correct? Okay.
That will bring up Sarek the Blade.
Seeing that he's surrounded, he's going to take a 5-foot step, so he's got at least both of them kind of in front of him, a little closer to Brika. And then he's going to do Fighting Spirit again and take 2 attacks on number 1.
Okay.
26
26 will hit.
for 15 points of slashing. 23
23 will hit.
for 10 points of slashing.
This number 1 looks fucked up.
Oh, good. Because I'm going to pop Action Surge and take 2 more attacks.
Okay.
12, 13, 25
25 will hit.
for 17 points of slashing.
They had exactly 17 hit points left.
Yeah.
Whew.
Go Sarek. Go Sarek.
And with his last attack, he's going to turn and skewer number 2. Well, attempt to at least. Unnatural 20.
Unnatural 20 will hit.
Oh, that's better. 21 points of slashing.
All right. Is that your turn?
That would be my turn.
Dispatching one, spinning the blade around, coming through with a piercing stab to the other one. That will bring up Laz.
Awesome sauce. Let's do this. All right, so for the start of my turn, as a bonus action, I am going to use Relentless Hex. I magically teleport up to 30 feet to an unoccupied space I can see within 5 feet of a target cursed by my Hexblade's curse. So I'm going to just pop a very, very naked Laz pops out of the water and lands right next to Sarek. And then I am going to let off a pair of Eldritch Blasts at number 2, and I'm making them both repelling.
Okay.
That is a weird. That is a. I rolled a pair of natural 17s, so both blasts are 26s to hit.
Yep.
All right. What are the odds? Are on the same number on these? Okay, let's see.
400 to 1.
I rolled 3 9s on the d10s a second ago, by the way. Like, this is it's my night for rolling multiples. So that is a d10. I go. So they take a grand total of 7 points of damage from the 2, and are knocked back 20 feet.
The sickening green energy of the Eldritch Blast slamming into them, knocking them out of the pool. Is that your turn?
It would be, except that, according to the spell, when they move into the Sickening Radiance or start their turn there, they take the damage, so that one gets another 4d10.
That's if they move on their own, not being force moved. It's same with
All right.
attack of opportunity.
That's fair, I suppose.
Nice try.
Good try.
Nonetheless, they're going to start their turn there. They're still about to take that damage, so
Yep.
it's fine by me either way.
All right. Nan.
Seeing Drift get hit and watching him fall unconscious has Esmina absolutely livid, and she's going to cast Blight against, what was that, number 4. So he needs to make a DC 16 con save to see if he takes full or half damage from the Blight.
All right. You said DC 16?
Yes, sir.
They get a +5 on their con, so I have to roll 11 or better.
Okay.
I rolled a 14, so 19.
All right, so
So
they'll take
half
half
damage.
damage.
Which is going to be hilarious because they have 1 hit point left.
Oh, good. Then it doesn't matter how much I roll, isn't it? Does it?
No.
All right, full would have been 39, so half of that be 19. So it would have been 19
Sickening.
points of
Shadowed vines erupt from beneath the would-be assassin, wrapping around him, shredding his body asunder as they squeeze. The necrotic damage burning through flesh and sinew to leave a steaming pile of goo there on the ground. Rika.
Okay. I guess that one we're gonna do a firebolt. My whole plan's just like immediately changed, and we'll go after number 2. Does a 17 hit?
17 does not hit.
All right, that's my turn.
All right. Drift is unconscious. Go ahead and roll your damage there, Laz.
I believe they get their saving throws again.
Doesn't matter. I rolled 2 4s.
So they take 8, 10, 19 points of radiant and 1 more level of exhaustion.
So number 2 perishes. Damn it. I just want to grab that. Thank you. Let's see. I'm going to roll a D6 to see who rolls it. Laz, roll a D100.
$48. So close to being 42.
The one remaining throws a sphere on the ground, a bright flash of blinding light, and when it clears, they are gone. But you have 3 corpses there among you.
I'm sorry. I'm just imagining I realized that was probably some sort of teleportation, but just the idea that it wasn't, and they're just like relying on stealth, and this person has thrown down a flash bomb and then dove into some bushes, but they're still eerily glowing within a 5 foot because of the spell I put on them, and so they're just sitting there shining behind a bush, thinking they're hidden, and that amused me.
That is funny.
Is
Esme?
everyone okay?
Esmina's going to turn her attention to Dreft, kneeling down next to him.
Drift is down. Rika, are you okay?
I'm all right.
Esmina is going to attempt a lesser restoration on Dreft.
Give me a medicine check before you do that.
Okay,
I'm trying to be nice here.
that's fair. (18 plus 8).
Gruff nearly only needs to be shaken to be woken.
All right. Dreft.
Huh. Where are they? What's happening?
Most of them are dead. One did escape.
He spits on the ground.
That is quite gross.
What we are fighting is quite gross.
Indeed.
Yes. Sarek will use the Drow's cloak to clean off Erebane's patient and sheath it, and then he's going to step back and start surveying the area while I assume his companions are going to search the bodies.
Brika.
Is anyone...
Go
I'm
ahead.
sorry, go ahead, Rika.
No,
Go ahead.
Brika's put her boots back on because, of course, she wasn't able to before the fight started. And at this point, Sarek is going to pick up. Yeah, she's angry. She's just going to look around for a second, and yet again, we're in the palace. And where are the fucking guards? Something's not right. She's going to turn and she's going to start heading back the way they got to the pools.
Hold up, Rika. You might not want to do that yet. Let's wait and...
Yes, let us check the bodies and see if there's any clues.
Mm-hmm.
And Laz bends down and starts rifling carefully through the belongings on, what was it, number 1 that should still be right there by where Laz is.
All right, give me an investigation check.
18.
18. You find 3 pieces of platinum, a silver ring, and a note in Undercommon.
Does anyone speak Undercommon?
I do.
I hand you the note. You said a silver ring tier?
Yes.
I'll drop it into a pouch so we can have it thoroughly examined.
Brika, the note simply says, hot pools, 10 p.m.
Does she recognize the handwriting, or is it just like
Give me a insight check.
okay? One second. Ooh, that's an 18.
You don't recognize the handwriting per se. Wait, 19?
18.
18? It is the same handwriting at the note that was delivered to you previously, asking you to come to the library.
Right. We need to find the queen. We need answers. This is the same writing that was the other note telling us to go to the library. Something's not right.
Wait,
Another trap.
several of you are hurt. I need you all to come close for a moment.
Very well.
Druff just sits right next to you. He's very badly hurt.
Yes. Asmina is going to cast her 5th level Mass Cure Wounds, giving everyone 21 points of healing.
Here, I'm going to take a moment. I'm going to check the other. Were there 2 more bodies? Check
Correct.
both of them.
Why are you
Give me
doing
an investigation check.
You want one for each of them?
Yes.
That is a 25 and a 24, respectively.
You'll find another 4 platinum pieces, 2 vials of black liquid, and another silver ring.
Did you say 4 platinum pieces?
Yes.
I will hand the 2 black vials to Dreft.
Am I able to identify them?
Give me a intelligence check.
Four.
They look tasty.
He'll put them in the same kind of area that he keeps his poisons.
Okay.
And then it's at that point, after having rifled through the bodies, that Laz says, all right, let us... Oh, I should probably don my armor, and walks back over immodestly to their armor and puts it back on.
As Nan and Asmina were standing very close to where you had put your things down, and Asmina is still in charge, Asmina will look up, make kind of a confused face, and then look down again. Nan seems uncomfortable with the lack of clothing.
It is just a body.
She seems uncomfortable with anyone's lack of clothing, including her own.
Hmm.
She's also uncomfortable with water, it seems.
The pool was quite rejuvenating. I feel better. More hearty.
It was. And then he's just going to haul off and just football kick one of the bodies. You will sense rage come from him, just a short spurt as he kicks it, and then it's back under control.
Brika's just waiting for you guys. She's got her
Um,
arms crossed. She's just kind of like,
Brika, you
Yes?
could hear the thoughts coming from your mother earlier.
yes, I have a spell that lets me.
Can you do it again?
Yes.
I was thinking perhaps a bit of deception. It's not the word I wanted. Subterfuge would be a better tact here. If we walk back in as if nothing happened, as if we enjoyed our time at the pools, perhaps the thoughts that cross your mother's mind will give away something.
That may work better.
We can always change tacts to be direct and interrogative if that does not prove fruitful.
Yeah, because something isn't right.
So we should all return to the palace and to your mother as if we had a grand time at the pools. As I say that, I look directly at Sarek.
I quite enjoyed them. They were wonderful. It was relaxing, calming. And he kicks the body again. Quite relaxing.
Laz gestures to Brika as if after you.
She'll turn and head back the way they came.
Esmina will help Draft off the ground. Are you all right now, or do you need assistance?
I am feeling much better now. Thank you very much, Esmina.
You are most welcome. As Nan was the one who left with you, I suppose she should be the one who returns with you.
I suppose to keep the subterfuge intact, I believe that is the right course of action.
Very well. She'll blink, and when she opens her eyes, you'll see that they are no longer white but brown again, and you will feel that once again that weird fuzzy feeling that you get every time they change between. Right. I suppose let's get going then. And as Mina had been holding your hand, helping you up, Nan will kind of pull it away and act kind of awkward and turn and walk.
Draft will just kind of smile and follow after everybody else.
So Erica grabs his bag and shoulder it and fall in line behind everyone.
All right, so y'all going back to the library?
I guess if they don't come across a servant or whatever, Brika would head to the library, look in, and then head to the throne room or looking for the queen.
As you appear at the library, there is smoke coming from the windows.
Well.
So much for that then.
Yeah.
Indeed.
Nan
Laz
is
calls
going-
their sword back to their hand.
Nan's going to continue closer, letting Esmina take control as she does. Draft you once again, you'll feel that strange feeling.
He'll follow behind Esmina with his heavy crossbow drawn.
Draft Tyr looking in, what can we see?
You see there is a pile of books and scrolls in the middle of the floor burning. And around it is 7 headless figures.
Esmina is going to use her cantrip control flames to start extinguishing as much of the fire on the books as she can. It's only a 5-foot cube at a time.
Okay. There's not much fire left as most of the stuff was burnt.
She just wants to put it out before anybody goes in.
Brika would help because I've got the same cantrip.
While they're doing that, Sarek will look elsewhere. While they're focused on the fire, he's going to focus around to see if anyone's trying to sneak up on them while they're dealing with the fire.
Give me a perception check.
Drift would be doing the same thing, doing the covering kind of thing.
17.
Dreft, same. Perception check, please.
Dirty 20.
You all will see a bloodied figure stumbling towards you out of the library. Dreft, it is the same figure that fell into you earlier.
He'll run to him, just kind of doing the quick action sling thing, and run over to try and catch him and help him.
Not real. And they will perish.
That was unhelpful.
It's more helpful than you think. Brika, he'll call over.
Yes.
We're going to kill your mother. Do you have any problems with that?
Well, if it's not her, then it's fine.
I don't think it is at this point.
I'm inclined to agree.
He'll drop the body, not like casually, but he'll place the body on the ground. And just kind of go, when all of you are done, I think we should go to the throne room.
Is there any chance we could heal this one? He might have known what was in the books that were burned.
I could expend one of Nan's diamonds to revive him. However, I would be unable to revive one of you if you fell later as a result.
For the chance to know what we need to know, I am in favor.
I do not have much time to do it. We will need to make a decision quickly. How do the others feel?
If Laz wants to use his diamond to save another's life, I think that is very noble, and we should do it as quickly as possible.
Do it.
Very well. She'll pull a diamond, place it on his chest, and attempt to revivify.
They will take a deep breath coming awake.
Hello?
Welcome back.
You shouldn't have brought me back.
We need to know what you found. Quickly now.
We didn't have time to find anything. We were besieged and slaughtered.
And yet we heard none of it, though we weren't that far.
We
By
were all the
who?
way out.
They
We
were
were.
black hooded. I'm sorry, go ahead, Nan.
We were all the way out at the pools. It is some distance from here.
The sound of fighting carries well. I think we would have noticed. I could be wrong.
We were also distracted.
Black hooded figures? How long ago? How many?
There was 4 of them just moments ago. Maybe it was moments. I have no idea how long it's been.
Hmm.
Where's the queen?
I do not know.
What were you trying to tell us when you were dying?
I do not think the queen is the queen.
Right. Throne room?
Regicide?
Throne room. Is your
Regicide.
friend going to be a problem, do you think?
What was that, Lark?
To Sarek, do you think your old friend will be a problem?
If it's him, Maybe, but we'll see.
To the throne room.
Won't be the first time.
And this is where we're going to take our first break. We're going to take 10 minutes, grab our snickety snacks, our beverages of choice, and then we'll come back and see what happens when they travel to the throne room. much for hanging out while we got our snickety snacks, our beverages of choice, and handled our things. Before we went to break, the party had met with the sages and found out that there was 3 variables ongoing currently: the Quickened Soul, the Drow, and the Shadowed Sisters. They had gone to the hot pools where they were set upon by assassins. They defeated the assassins and found a note in the handwriting of the queen. They had traveled back to the library where they found the sages dead, resurrecting one who believes the queen is not the queen. They set off towards the throne room. This is where we continue our story. Making your way to the throne room, you will find it's empty, save for Queen Llewellyn Rose and King Amadon.
Before we left the library, Esmina would have gone ahead and done some more healing on Dreft,
Okay.
because she can feel that he is hurt. So she's going to give him a 3rd level Cure Wounds. $22 more points of healing for Dreft.
Thank you, Esminus. That's very kind of you.
I am concerned for your safety. You were hurt. I could tell.
The throne room is dimly lit. There are no guards. There are no lords or ladies gathered. There is only Queen Llewellyn Rose and King Amadon sitting upon their thrones.
Can I would like to use 2 sorcery points and subtle spell.
Okay.
I'm going to actually do 4 sorcery points for a 4th level detect thoughts with subtle.
Okay. I thought you only had to do 2 to do subtle.
And so I thought it was with each level above level 2. Hold on a minute. I just wanted to make sure. Yeah, okay, no, that one just says 1. Okay. Then, yeah, 1 subtle, then 1 point.
Their thoughts are silent, as if you're unable to reach them. Give me a perception check.
Those are always good. I get advantage on those. Oh no, wait a minute. No, I don't. That first roll. Okay. So that would actually be a 19.
You notice the queen playing with a ring on their finger, turning it as they watch you, their face stoic. Done with the pool so soon?
The pools were quite invigorating.
I'm glad you enjoyed them. I was about to retire for the evening. Is there anything I can help you with?
Rika,
Yes,
is it time?
I believe so.
He will shoulder his heavy crossbow and fire on Queen Llewellyn Rose.
All right, go ahead and everybody roll initiative and join me in Owlbear Rodeo.
Do I get the surprise round, though?
Yes, you will get the surprise round. All right, Laz.
18.
Grept.
5.
Nan.
13.
Sarek. Rika.
19.
Dear.
Yeah.
Benevolent GM. I don't seem to exist on the battle map.
I'll get you on there in a second.
No problem. Just wanted to let you know. Like I'm not there. Get to fight.
I thought I put you on the battle map. Apparently I didn't. I'm sorry about that.
No, no worries.
All right. Go ahead and make your attack roll draft as you go into the surprise round.
Alrighty. Can I bonus action steady aim since I didn't move before?
No, you called, you were shooting, you didn't. So,
No worries. I just gotta check something real quick. Are they considered surprised?
they are surprised.
Hell yeah. Okay, and I'm acting before them, so I get advantage on the roll. $22.
22 will hit.
And since I am an assassin, any hit that I hit on a surprise thing is a critical.
That's correct.
So it'll be 10 plus. So 22 piercing from the heavy crossbolt. And then let me do my sneak attack real fast.
So you're at 5d6, so that'll be 30 plus.
13, so that gives us a 43.
Blaming forward, the crossbow going off, stabbing deep into the chest. They fall back, gasping. As they fall back, Amadon will stand and begin to twist and jerk, body sounds of bones popping as his body deforms. The form falling away to show a creature with a humanoid torso and a spider body. Creatures of nightmare known as a Drider. A second one appearing as if the invisibility spell that was concealing them was broken by the crossbow bolt that damn near killed my priestess on one shot. I mean, damn near.
Golf clap, golf clap.
The first Drider, King Amadon, will charge you, Drift. First attack is a bite attack. That is a 7 to hit.
That will miss.
Next is a long sword. That is 16 to hit.
That'll hit.
That is 5 whole points of slashing damage. Another swinging through, reversing and coming back. That didn't count. It keeps falling out of the dice tray. Okay, I'll get it later. Let's roll this one. That is a natural 20.
Oof.
23 points of slashing damage.
So 23?
Yes. The other Drider charging you, Brika. Nan, please do your 1d4s to take your damage. For those wondering about that, they have become connected. They feel everything. They take damage when another takes damage. They take healing when the other takes healing. Swing first biting at you, Brika. That is a dirty 20.
That hits.
That will be 2 points of piercing damage.
You said 2?
Yep, and 5 points of poison damage. With their long blade, another natural 20. $14 points of slashing damage. Next attack is a miss. And that will bring up Lazarian.
You're muted, Laz.
Thank you. I'm going to check my math real quick on my movement. Get to there, no problem. Am I technically within the range of number 1 or no? Just out of curiosity.
Their attack range?
Yeah. I don't know what their reach is, so.
Yes, you are.
Okay. So, I'm going to move. This is going to get weird. I don't know if this is going to incur attack of opportunity or not. If it does, that's fine too. I'm going to move to like there.
All right, attack of opportunity. 21.
Yeah, that'll hit me.
10 points of slashing damage.
All right. And I don't know. It's being weird about measuring. It's not measuring center to center for me. So does that put me? I'm going to use something that has a 10-foot radius around me. I don't want to hit the party. So if I need to be, I got a little bit more movement. So if I need to be further over,
Yeah, you need to be further away or you'll hit the party.
Okay. Because it's not. It's measuring off of, out in front of me. It's not letting me center to center it.
I don't do center to center. I do edge to edge.
But even the edge to edge, it's not lining it. It's
Right. It's acting wonky.
Yeah, it's fine. So that should do it then. Okay, so I get to there, and then I am going to thunderstep, and teleport myself to the priestess. So I stomp my foot on the ground and implode as I teleport away, leaving a blast wave in my wake. I can move to a space that is unoccupied that I can see within range. The range is 90 feet. Immediately after I disappear, a thunderous boom sounds, and each creature within 10 feet of the space that I left makes a Constitution saving throw, DC 17.
All right, what's their con? Okay. You said DC 17?
DC 17.
They got a +4 on con, so I need to roll a 13 or higher. I roll a 9.
All right, brilliant. So they are going to take 5d10 thunder damage. That is 10, 21, 30 points of thunder damage.
Okay.
And that is action, and that puts me. I'm going to appear behind the priestess, and I don't think I have anything I can do as a bonus action at this point. Nope. So that will end my turn.
All right. That will bring up the priestess. Llewellyn Rose snapping around and grabbing at you, Laz. Their hands glowing a sickening green. Wait, is that an attack spell or is it a... Yes, it's an attack spell. So that is...
Counterspell level 4.
Do what?
Counterspell
Level...
4.
Never mind. All right.
That's what you get from destroying my summon aberration for the first time. No, I'm kidding.
That'll bring up Nan.
Seeing the Drider hit Dreft, feeling the pain from it, Esmina shifts into a dire wolf and charges at the Drider.
Okay.
That's going to be, it's a +5 to hit. So I'm going to attempt. Oh, Dreft is within 5 feet. I get advantage on the attack. The wolf has advantage on the attack roll against your creature if at least one of the wolf's allies is within 5 feet of the creature and isn't incapacitated. Attack tactics.
Oh
So
yeah.
we'll take the 18 that's on the die +5.
That will
23.
hit. I'm sure. Let me double check. Yes, that will hit.
23 will hit the Drider. All right, so it's going to take 2d6 plus 3. So 11 points of piercing damage from the bite, and it needs a DC 13 strength saving throw.
It rolled a 15, so it
So it is not knocked prone.
Is that Nan's turn?
That is Nan's turn.
That'll bring up Dreft Viderkin.
Alright, Dreft is going to bonus action using his Blessing of the Shadow Queen, is going to teleport 15 feet in a diagonal away from the Driders, and with a clear shot to the priestess is going to take another shot with his heavy crossbow.
Okay, go ahead and move your token on the board.
And here comes the heavy crossbow. 21.
Oh, yeah.
Five points of piercing, and since she is within 5 of another person, is that counted as sneak attack?
They did try to engage with Laz, so yes.
I would say we are definitely engaged.
So I'm just going to go ahead and tell you there's no need to roll the sneak attack. They had 6 hit points left after your first.
Was 9 sneak attack damage.
Damn it, Dreft. I got a power I wanted to use.
I am Assassin Boy. I assassinate all.
Yeah, but there was only one creature on the board that power works on.
Was that your turn?
And I spent my last spell slot to get to do it.
All right, Sarek, you're up.
I'm not salty.
Just a little bit. All right, where are we at? Big direwolf. All right, Sarek's going to pull Arabane's patience and charge forward into number 2. Take 2 swings with my last use of Fighting Spirit and Great Weapon Mastery. So I'm only at a +8 to hit, but I get +10 to damage for each hit.
Okay.
22.
22 will hit.
25 points of slashing.
All right.
Second
The
attack.
creature will howl in rage as a sick black ichor comes from where your blade contacted the flesh.
A 10 and a 10, so it's a 18.
No.
Damn.
that your turn?
That will be my turn.
That'll bring up Brika.
Okay. I'm going to spend 4 sorcery points to do a twinned level 4 vampiric touch. Since I am currently a Brika sandwich. Does a 28 hit?
Yes.
Okay.
So that's one. Roll to hit the other.
Yep. That would be a 25.
That will hit as well.
Okay. Alright. 18. So 18 points of necrotic damage for the first one. $17 points for the second one. So I would get back 9 and 8.
Yes.
Okay. And that's my turn.
All right. That'll bring up Drider number 1, focusing on the large dire wolf. First, the bite attack. $23 to hit.
Yeah, that hits the wolf.
That is 4 points of piercing damage. And 10 points of poison damage. Now it comes around with its screaming in rage with its longsword.
Mm-hmm.
24 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
Ten points of slashing damage. The backswing. Natural 20.
Oh, jeez.
Cocked. 20 points of slashing damage.
Give me just a second to math. So I have to see how much carries over. That will knock her out of wild shape.
That was 3 attacks, right?
Yes. They get a bite and then 2 sword attacks.
Just making sure to take my damage.
All right, you good if I continue now? Number 2 is going after you, Sarek. 14 to hit.
Miss.
The bite missing, not able to penetrate the thick scales of the Dragonborn. The Arabane's patience easily blocking the first attack. 17,
Miss.
blocking the second attack. Laz, you're up.
Okay, so I don't think anyone is in a position to really appreciate this except Dreft. So what Dreft sees happen is the priestess spins around at Laz. Their hands glow for a second. Brika does the counterspell thing. Their hands stop glowing. They look confused. Laz drops their sword down and is preparing to run up through under the chin, through the soft palate, into the brain. Has the perfect shot lined up. Dreft's bolt hits, and the priestess crumples. And Laz meets Dreff's eyes and just looks crestfallen because they had the perfect shot. And then just shakes it off, leaps over the queen's body, darts across the field towards Drider number 1, does like a cool knee slide coming up behind it, and then pops up and starts hacking at the back legs of the Drider. And the first attack is a natural 20.
Good job.
So that is math. Helps if I'm on the right. And there we go. That is 8 and 8 and 12. 20 points to start. 20. Should do it this way. 13. 6 is 19 points of slashing damage and 12, 15, 17 points of psychic damage.
All right. Is that your turn, Les, or do you get a second attack?
I get a second swing.
All right. Go ahead and make that second attack.
And that is a 19 plus 29 to hit.
29 will hit.
That will do 10 points of slashing and 9 points of psychic.
And that will dispatch the creature that was King Amadon, this Drider. And that will bring up Nan.
Knocked out of wild shape is Mina back in her own form. She's going to turn her focus to Drider number 2, calling out in Druidic and casting Blight. So it needs
Okay.
to make the DC 16 Constitution save to see if it takes full or half damage.
Okay. DC 16 con?
Yes, sir.
No.
No.
Fails.
Oh, fails. Oh, so it takes full. $33 points of necrotic damage.
Once more, those black tendrils come from beneath the creature, wrapping around it, burning gouges into the creature's skin and carapace. Is that your turn?
That is her turn.
That'll bring up Dreft Vidican.
Drift is going to spin on his heels, taking aim, using a bonus action to steady aim and shoot at Drider number 2. $27.
27 will hit.
Seven points of piercing, and since he's engaged and I had advantage, is sneak attack as well. $19 sneak attack damage.
They look hurt. They are wobbly. They are primal creatures, so their instincts is to continue to fight. But he looks fucked up.
And that is Drift's
Sure.
turn.
Hey, Tyr, I got a quick question.
Yeah.
I made an assumption earlier, but I'm going to ask just for the sake of asking now. Driders do not count as humanoid, right?
Negative.
That's what I thought. Okay.
Partially.
Monstrosity, I believe, is what they are.
Yes. All right, Sarek, you're up.
This point, shoaling Airbane's patience, he's going to bring 2 attacks to bear on just regular attacks on the Drider. 21.
Hits.
10, 17 points of slashing. Second attack. 25.
25 hits.
13 points of slashing.
Describe the creature's demise.
But first swing coming across, lopping it off at the legs, bringing his torso down into range. He comes back with the backswing, taking its head clean off.
And it will die, most assuredly, as we come out of combat. You are victorious here in the throne room. What would you like to do?
Brika is gonna move to wherever up ahead where the body of the priestess is. She wants to
Okay.
investigate the body.
Give me an investigation check.
Yep. Da 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 da. That is a 23.
I need everyone but Brika to earmuff. You find a tome written in Undercommon, a language that you are fluent in.
Mm-hmm.
It talks about how the ritual was successful and that they had transferred themselves into the power of the Welland Rose. That they had placed the Welland Rose and King Amadon in the dungeons and used a true polymorph spell to make themselves and their companion look like King Amadon and Llewellyn Rose. This was 30 years ago.
Well,
It goes
shit.
on to say that your arrival is both a blessing and a curse because they have been after you because the new eclipse is on the horizon and you are the last piece of the puzzle. But at the same time, you are not what they expected, and the way you act is very much causing them trouble.
I wonder why. Sorry, that was above board reaction. I couldn't help it.
You cool if I bring people back?
Yep. Everybody's gonna see Brika. She found a tome, a book, and she's flipping through it rather quickly, and then will kind of clap it shut and turn around and be like, "We need to. We can come back and deal with these in a minute. We need to go to the dungeon right now." She will hold the book up. They did a ritual that allowed them to take the queen and the king's place and a true polymorph spell. And the queen and actual king are in the dungeon.
Since there's no time like the present, let us go.
No, exactly. She's gonna head out of the throne room.
Does anyone know where the dungeon is?
I'm sure we can.
Generally, they are down.
Yes, but where is the entrance?
Anyone
not-
seen a page?
Yeah, that's what Brika's gonna be looking for as she heads out of the throne room. You're muted.
Computer here.
Let's see, who shall it be? Everyone, insight check. We'll start from bottom to top. Sarek,
16.
Nan,
22.
Locke,
17.
Dreft,
14.
Brika.
23.
There are more conspirators in on this. It makes sense now why, quote unquote, nobles and guards were hiding when Drow attacked. Why they cowered in fear when the image appeared. You are in deadly territory. You are sure that they are true guards, true lords and ladies, whether they are in the dungeon or in the harbor. It's hard to say. But those that were closest to you during the Feast of the Fae, they are conspirators. And thus, you are in danger.
As we do not know what we will encounter before we move forward, does anyone need healing?
Draft will sheepishly look at Asmina.
And she could feel that he is hurt.
I believe Brika was injured as well.
I'm good. My siphoning spell, I'm almost completely healed.
Very well.
I only have a
And-
scratch.
Nan is going to use her last 3rd level spell slot to give Draft another 3rd level Cure Wounds. That'll be 20 points of healing for Draft.
Thank you, Asmina.
You are most welcome. As I said before, I have realized that keeping Nan safe also means keeping you safe.
As the realization hits Sarek of them being in enemy territory yet again, you just feel a sense of tired resignation amongst the calm. Very well. After you, we should move.
It just occurred to me. I get to kill the lieutenant now. He's definitely in on it. Remember the way he looked at Brika? He's definitely in on it.
Perhaps, but we do not know for sure.
Besides, we need to go to the dungeon first.
It might simply be wisest to retrieve the royal couple and then escape as quickly as possible.
Jailbreak?
Jailbreak. Get any prisoners we find in the dungeon who are Fey nobility and make for our ship.
Right. So, down, I assume, until we find the dungeons.
That would be the best way to go since we don't know who we can trust.
Sarah, you lead and I will take her back.
Very well. And you'll step out front.
I create a silent image of Llewellyn Rose leading us.
You're muted here.
Alrighty. Where are you going?
Leaving the throne room, and then I guess from there, what is it they exit out onto again when they leave the throne room? Is it like a lobby area or a hallway or?
It is the gardens.
Okay.
Look for a sign that says dungeon? This way?
The sage we saved. Perhaps we head back for the library.
Yeah.
Sarek will lead the way to the library.
Making it to the library, the one sage is there cleaning up the mess.
Draft, I believe he is your friend. Would you like to inquire about his services for us?
Oh, yeah. You, Sage,
Yes,
where would I find the dungeons?
they are beneath the throne room.
And how would I get to them from the throne room?
There is a trap door under the throne.
Well, brilliant.
I have news.
Yeah?
So, these stones you seek, they do a myriad of things. But I have come to a logical conclusion. You must have all of them in order to use them properly. There was a great elven king that made a blade to destroy the stones. If you can find that blade and destroy any stones you find, well then, they can't use it to bring back anyone, can they?
What was the name of this king?
It does not say.
Frika's gonna kind of like side eye. She's gonna kind of turn and look at Sarek.
Sarek's gonna maintain calm, not even twitch.
So that is a good idea. Thank you, Sage.
Most useful.
Mhm.
You might want to come, well, not with us now, but watch for us to come out of the throne room. For when we do, we are going to be leaving this place, and you might want to accompany us, as it seems a good number of the royal court are not who they seem to be, and are actually drow impersonators.
Make a persuasion check.
What is my persuasion? I don't want to say what I rolled because I need to be extra persuading, and I don't want to know if I succeeded or not. I'm gonna use my almost never used ability, knowledge from a past life, and I'm gonna roll an extra d6 on this check.
Okay.
That is, so that gives me a grand total of 25 with that extra d6.
They will blanch, almost falling over, and nod. I will make ready.
All right, back to the throne room then, it would seem.
Yes.
Yep.
We know the path well now. And he'll lead them right back to the throne room.
And back to the throne room you go.
Have we seen anybody in our movements about?
You have not, oddly enough.
Not as odd as you think, but yes.
Llewellyn Rose is still leading us, or so, or her image is anyway.
Okay.
I believe, Dreff, this is your area of expertise.
Dreft will investigate the throne.
Give me an investigation check.
I'll help.
With the help action.
13.
The sage must have lied to you. There's nothing there. Maybe he's one of them.
Dreft will attempt to try and push the throne.
Give me a strength check.
You're
21.
There you go.
21.
It rocks a little, but doesn't move. But it will allow you to make another investigation check for a trapdoor.
14.
Nope.
Are you rolling those with? Did you roll that with advantage? The first time, even?
Yeah, the first time I did. The second time I didn't because it was while I was pushing it.
Seeing you struggle to move it, Laz is like, Sarek, perhaps you would want to put it back into that.
Oh, sure, I've always wanted to topple a throne. And he'll walk up, put his shoulder in it, and push.
Strength check.
And I'll help.
Strength check or athletics. Well, doesn't matter either way.
And with advantage since Draft is helping.
Um, 27.
The latch on the trapdoor breaks, the throne toppling, a set of stairs going down, the moldy air drifting to your nostrils as you look into the dark crevice beneath.
I don't think anyone's been down there in a while. We're going to need a light. At least I will.
I will, while you work out light, I'll see what I can see, and I'm just going to jump down into the hole.
Esmina
Okay.
will hold out a hand and cast Produce Flame, producing a ball of flame in her hand, which will cast Bright Light for 10 feet and Dim Light for an additional 10 beyond that. Would this help?
Yes.
Then I will be your torch.
As you all descend several stories beneath the ground, the stairs switching back and forth, you come to a large wrought iron door.
Is it locked?
Give me an investigation check.
21. Blackjack.
Yes, it is locked.
I will attempt to unlock it.
Okay, sleight of hand. Do you have thieves' tools?
I do, and I am proficient in them. Man, 3. That is 17.
You just can't seem to get it. It's tricky. You are very proficient with these tools, but the lock just seems
Draft.
beyond your skill.
Jeff, this seems above my pay grade.
Draft will slide up next to you, look at it, then take out his own thieves' tools and attempt to pick the lock.
All right.
And I will help by telling you what I already did that didn't work. And
All
what
right,
I
so
took while
with
I was in there.
advantage.
30.
Yes, easily. Click, it opens or it unlocks.
Draft will slide back to the back.
I will put Llewellyn Rose in front of us again and carry on through the wrought iron door.
Opening the door, you will see that there's a hallway. The floor is wrought iron. The ceiling is wrought iron. They are cells, each contained with wrought iron gates lining the entire hallway. The stench of death and decay, fecal matter and urine, all mingling together to blast into your nostrils.
What an unpleasant place.
Is
Yes.
the iron having an effect on Brika?
Yes. Rika, you're growing weaker.
If she were to hover, like hoverfly, would it still, if she's like not direct contact? I know she's
You don't
surrounded.
know.
She's gonna fly, she's basically gonna be flying, basically levitate flying, just so she's off the ground. We need to hurry. Anybody in any other Fae in here is going to be weak, and I'm going to get weaker the longer we stay.
Very well. And he'll start looking through the cells.
I
There
look
are
for
corpses.
keys.
Do what?
So I'm looking for keys to open the doors.
You don't see any,
Draft
but
will
you see
feel
corpses, Raph.
Hmm.
What was that, Nan?
Dreft will feel that Esmina and Nan are a little bit affected by this as well.
You find a cell that is 10 by 10 that is piled full of Dragonborn, crammed in there until they could not cram any other in. You will find different cells with lords and ladies, all dead. And at the back, you will find nailed to a wooden X, spikes piercing ankles and wrists. Queen Llewellyn Rose. A black rose hanging above them, dripping black liquid into their lips, perhaps sustaining their life in this hell that is the dungeons of the Fey Court. And this is where we're going to take our second break because I need pain medicine.
You bastard. Not that you need pain medicine so much time, but the
To tell us that and then be like, go to break.
yeah.
So we'll be back in
That
10 minutes,
blow.
guys.
Mm-hmm. Clear.
took our break, got our snickety snacks and our beverages of choice. Before the break, the party had uncovered that the Queen, Llewellyn Rose, who has reigned over the Silver Spires for the last 30 years, the amount of time it's been since they departed Runeth Kesha to come to their own plane of existence, has been a fraud, a drow priestess having used some ritual to absorb Llewellyn Rose's power, and then a true polymorph spell. They found the true Llewellyn Rose in the dungeon. Now, as a DM, I'm going to clarify something because I realized that the character was killed before they had a chance to monologue. Some people may be wondering how Amadon, who was not Amadon, knew Sarek. Blood magic. Blood holds the memories. So just something to keep in mind going forward, because we will see it again.
Actually, Tyr, would Laz recognize that?
They might.
Because the two people that Laz is mostly made of were both hematurges.
Yeah, give a Arcana.
All right. I'm decent at Arcana. I'm gonna go ahead and even before I roll, I'm gonna burn another knowledge of of past lives to roll an extra d6 with this, and that is cocked. That is an 18 plus 6, 11. That's 29.
Yeah, Laz could make the reasonable assumption that blood magic had been used to use for memories for the subterfuge, and that's how Amadon knew Sarek.
There's blood magic here. I think I can almost smell it. It's
Nan,
Yes, Sarek.
if we pull the queen off, do you think you can heal her before she dies?
Perhaps I should examine her first. Tyr, is it possible for Esmina to make a medicine check on Queen Llewellyn Rose?
What are you trying to determine? So I know where to set the DC.
Her basic condition. Like, does she seem close to death? Is she injured in ways?
Go ahead and make that medicine check.
+8. So 18.
She is at the death's door. Something is keeping her alive. She should have already succumbed and passed.
Esmina is going to take a look at this black rose that is dripping. Would it be possible to make an Arcana check maybe to see if she can sort what this is, or?
Yeah, I'll give you an Arcana. It's going to be a high DC, but yeah, I'll give you an Arcana check on it.
That's fair. That is an unnatural 20.
It is some kind of magical font, if you will, that is producing this black ichor that you believe is sustaining the queen's life.
She's in very bad condition. I'm actually surprised she's not expired. This flower is producing some chemical of some sort, it seems. Perhaps is keeping her alive. I cannot tell for sure.
Greft, you're starting to feel weak as well, as Umberkin are Fae.
We
Ever
need,
we. Yes.
if we need to make a decision here, I'm not liking this.
Very well. Hey, Tira, is the flower attached to the apparatus she's strapped to, or the cross she's on?
No, it's just floating.
Did they?
Rika,
Sorry.
Rika, this needs to be your choice. Do you want me to try to have them take her down and heal her?
She's Brika's looking around for a second, but I want to make sure before I answer, Asmina. There was nobody else alive. All the other rooms they passed, it was all corpses. She's the only one alive in there.
Yes.
And also, I have the telekinesis spell. If it says I can lift an object that weighs up to 1,000 pounds. If it's not being worn or carried, I automatically move it 30 feet in any direction. It's a concentration spell that lasts up for 10 minutes, and the range is 60 feet. So if Brika is walking, can she use that to move the entire apparatus out of this wrought iron area where most all of us are getting weak?
I was gonna pick it up.
Yeah, but you're all, I don't know. Well, Dragonborn Fae? Or no? No, Draconic, never mind.
I'll allow it.
Okay. I can try something, but we need to do it quickly so that we can get out of this area that's weakening a lot of us. I can probably move her on
Yes.
the cross with this spell. So she'll cast, it's 5th level, my telekinesis. Do you want to do move actions or just say it's...
No, we'll.
Okay.
Y'all make it. The flower seems to follow where the queen goes. Coming to the exit, the cross will not fit through the door.
Tira, as we're walking out, Sarek's gonna keep an eye out for Amadon, or at least his body.
Give me an a perception check. Investigation. It's going to be a high DC though, because these cells are crammed full.
16?
No, you don't see him.
Now, you said there was the wrought iron gate, and that's how we got into this area. That's where the iron started, right?
Yes.
And the X won't pass through that gate?
No.
Okay. When we get there, that's when Brika will be... I guess we need to try to take her off so that we can... all the rest of us get out of here before we get much worse.
All of you step out, wait just outside the door. Sarek and I, who seem unaffected by this place, we can cut the spikes, I believe, and free her so that you can pull her through the door and then administer healing.
As Mina will actually place a hand to her head. Yes, it might be for the best. Nan is quite affected somehow.
All right, Sarek, then. On 3, feet first, then hands.
Yes, very well. And yeah, he'll pull spikes and get ready to catch.
Asmina will wait just outside the door so that they can hand her directly to.
There is a 50-50 shot. She dies in the transfer. I'm going to have Derek roll, as he's the one that caught her.
What do you want me to roll?
Give me a percentile, 50 or above.
Come on, Ambassador Dice. Don't fail me now. I had to look because I got symbols on top. So 2 symbols equals like 100, right?
Yep. As the body is passed into your hands, Nan.
She's going to use a 4th level Cure Wounds. Using her last 4th level slot.
Casting the Cure Wounds, the flower bursts into flames, ash falling down on the queen's face. She will take a breath in, ragged, and her eyes will slowly open.
24 points of healing for Llewellyn Rose.
Thank you. Parched, she will try to speak. Where?
You are below the throne room in the dungeon. And I'll pass over a water skin.
Mina will help her bringing it to her lips so she can sip some water.
She will sip a little water.
You have been through much. We should get away from this place, though. Sarek, Lazarian, can you help to carry her?
Yes.
Sarah, go pick her up.
Y'all make your way back to the throne room.
Are those of us affected by the iron feeling better now that we're away from it?
Yes.
Getting her upstairs, I'll direct the others to help get her laid down on the floor. Your Majesty,
Yes.
I believe there is someone here that may want to speak to you. And she's just going to look at Brika. But it is your choice, my friend.
Brika will step close. She'll, and she's just looking at her right now.
Trembling fingers will try to lift, but the strength not there to bring them up. A mustard smile, taking all the energy this individual has, as their eyes glaze as if were they hydrated enough they would shed tears.
Brika falls to her knees.
I see you.
We're both here.
Am I dead?
No. Though by the looks of it, it looks like you might have wished it. And when she crumples to her knees, she puts a hand against Llewellyn Rose's cheek. But it's still not safe here.
I see you. I can die in peace.
No, I'm sorry. I think that would be a bad idea.
Yes, I'm going to have to object to that. Laz, do we have a quick way out of here?
I don't have the energy or means to move us all. Tyr, can I sense where the ship is currently?
Where it was left, aboard the Valkyrie.
The Astral Rose is still aboard the Valkyrie. We will have to get to it.
Did any of us see a teleportation circle? I mean,
No.
if we can't get, no, I was gonna say, because if we couldn't get to the ship at all else, we could use a teleportation circle.
To remind the player, how did we get from the Valkyrie to the throne?
Through the afterlife.
Oh,
Yes.
right.
Madame
So we-
Lulu.
The small skiffs, the ones like they used to board our ship originally. There must be some of those near the port. We should find one and get to the Valkyrie quickly as possible.
Ka,
Yes.
do you need a circle to get us somewhere, or do you just need the place where we are going to have one of the circles?
That's a good question. I'm not exactly. She can draw the teleportation circle for the two that she already knows, right?
Yes.
Okay. I only need one if we want to go somewhere other than the two that I already know. And as of right now, I can get us back to keep Gregarian or the Cashmere Rose.
If I remember, this is above table. If I remember how that spell works correctly, you can attempt to draw a circle on the ground and teleport us anywhere you've been. And if you have something from that place, it makes the percentage chance of landing correctly easier. So if you brought anything with you that was originally from the ship,
No, that's teleportation.
that's just
Teleportation circle. You have to have the
Okay.
sigils of the circle you're going to.
Okay.
Yeah,
My
teleportation circle works like a Stargate.
Yeah, I've got to be able to draw the sequence, the runes for that particular place. Though I can create a permanent one after going to the same location every day for a year. But, yeah. If we choose this route, I need to know, because I have to spend the last of my sorcery points to get back my 5th level spell slot.
I do not wish to leave the ship behind and return to Gregarian. That is, as you are bound to each other, I can feel the ship. Being that far away from it would put me at dis-ease.
Fair enough, and I suspect there's more here for us to resolve before we leave.
Perhaps the sage will know how to get to the Valkyrie.
True. Should we find him real quick? I don't
He
like
should-
sitting here.
He should be waiting for us outside. Hopefully hidden, if he is smart.
Llewellyn Rose will need help. She is still weak, and there is only so much I can do.
I will provide support. Sarah will carefully pick up Llewellyn Rose and make sure she's comfortable and get ready to move.
As you move up the steps back into, or you've been up the steps, my bad. As you move through the throne room to the exit, once more into the garden, you can hear the distant sounds of marching. Troops headed closer to you. The sage that you told to watch for you approaches, carrying a small bundle. I did as you said. I'm here.
How do we get to the Valkyrie from here?
What's the Valkyrie?
The
Airship.
airship.
I suppose the port. I know nothing of the ships.
Can you take us to the port or show us how to get there?
Yes, I can take you to the port, but we've got to hurry. Soldiers are coming.
Yes, move quickly.
The sound of marching growing louder. Are you trying to make haste, or are you trying to move with stealth?
Stealthy
I say
haste.
speed.
Stealthy haste.
No, it's one or the other.
I know. I was just trying. I'm sorry. I was trying to lighten it just a little.
I vote speed.
Haste.
Yeah.
At least till we get clear of the palace and then maybe into stealth. Get some distance on those
So-
soldiers.
I'm going to make a series of rolls. These are perception checks for the guards that are coming to see if they notice you all speeding away with armor and such. What are you doing with the Will and Rose?
I'll probably put a cloak around her and I'm carrying her.
Okay, you're carrying her. Okay.
Yes.
That is a 19. As you begin to speed away, you'll hear halt.
I say
Double
we.
time.
Double time.
Yep.
If we weren't double time, we are now.
An image of the Drow priestess appears before them, looking scornful at all of the soldiers who are pointed in our direction.
Give me a deception check.
Uh, 17.
They pause for a minute. You all scuttle into the shadows. You will have to make your way to the port, past other guards. So I'll let you decide if you're going to try to sneak from this point forward or how you're going to do it.
I suggest some sort of stealth number clear of this guards.
Yes, I do not believe that trick will work again. Perhaps stealth is the better option.
Before they're out of range, while his image is still up, Brika is going to cast a minor illusion. It's going to be a sound that is going to go the opposite direction of that they're going.
Okay. Give me a deception check.
Don't fail me now, dice. You've been good to me. That's a 22.
Okay. They are still waiting for the priestess to say something.
Well, the
Uh,
sound of them going the opposite direction would last for a minute, so they're just going to keep on going the way they're going.
Yeah. Pull a cloak around Sarek out of his backpack for him, and then wrap her up until we find a cart or something to ride in, or at the very least, put her in, and he can pull.
Okay, so we're going to make a series of group stealth checks.
Oof, not good.
So the first one, go ahead, everyone, and give me a stealth check.
Don't worry, Sarek. I got you.
Rika,
15.
Greft,
24.
Laz,
16.
Nan,
15.
Sarek.
Considering I'm rolling with disadvantage, no bonuses, an 11 is pretty good.
I'm also
There
rolling with
is-
disadvantage, but I have a +7.
There is clanking of armor here and there, but for the most part, you make your way out of the main keep of the Silver Spires into the actual thoroughfares of the city, having to cross the city to get to the port. I need the next set of group stealth checks.
Ooh.
We're going to start with Sarek this time.
6.
Nan,
7.
Oh,
Locke,
With disadvantage, I rolled a 17 and an 18 for a total of 24.
Drift,
31.
and Brika.
11.
Sneaking through the alleyways, making your way closer towards the port, the sage leading you. A bauble will fall from his small pack, rolling across the ground. He will deviate from the path that you're on and chase after it, running into a group of guards. Literally. They will look up, seeing you. Halt!
One
And
more
this is where
time.
we pause for the evening.
oh.
I got a good silent image this time. I know what it's doing. I just got to remember it for next week.
Yeah, I was about to pull
Bastard.
something.
Well, write down what you was going to say.
Oh, not say. I was about to do something dumb.
I was going to make a silent image of Cassandra in the form we saw her at the Fae Feast. Here's your god!
I hope you guys had fun.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
So, just so you all aware, I'm on an all-call rotation with work. So tomorrow night will be Honey Heist with Alice being the storyteller for that. And then next week is Locke running his third or final one-shot of his series that he's done. And then we'll be back Sunday to our normally scheduled. So you guys are going to have to wait an extra week to find out what happens with these guards and all these good fine folk. With that being said, what was that, Ames?
That's why you're such a bastard. For those of you at
Alright.
home that haven't been keeping count, Sarek knows somebody every port we go to, and now the next running gag is Brika has at least 2 imposter moms. I'm not sure this is the last of the imposters at this point.
All right, so let's remind people who we are, where they can find us, and let's get out of here.
Greetings, gamers. I am Raph the Man, and I have been the voice of Sarek the Blade, the super strong but not very stealthy. And I can be found at BLK Dragon 13,000 at dice.camp on Mastodon.
Hey everybody, I'm Ren Matley, the voices of Nan and Esmina. You can find me over on Twitter at Ren_Matley.
Hi, gamers. I'm still Locke Clark, and I have been Lazarian. And you can find me on the social medias at Locke Unruly. That's Locke with an H.
Hello, everyone. It's me, Patrick, the voice of Draft Vitikin, and you can find me on Twitter at Peculiar Patrick.
Hi, this is Ames. I was the voice of Brika, and you can find me on Twitter at LollyG5O.
And I'm Tier the DM, the world's okayest DM, and you can find me on Twitter at Tier_the_DM. Remember, guys, that love and inclusion are the torches that light a path to a better tomorrow. Come join us and be torchbearers. And remember that until next time, live a life to make yourself proud. We love you guys.